Hello Professor, I'm Tilak Bandari and today I'll demonstrate what I have done in my project 2. And for the first part, I'll show you I'll demonstrate the connectivity to client VM using Azure Bastion OS. Here in the virtual machines, here is my client VM and I will connect to it via Bastion. Here is my here. Mm. Here I am connected to my client VM using Azure Bastion. And for the second part I will show you the load balancer configuration that I have done. So here in my Azure portal, here is my load balancers. Here is my load balancer MST300 LV, and I will show you the configuration that I have done. Here in my front-ended IP configurations, I set it to dynamic and I got this IP address 106.106.106.4, and for the backend full I configured it with my web server VMs. As you can see, 106.106.106.6, it is my IP address of web server VM1, and 106.106.106.7, which is the IP address of web server VM2. Uh, and for the health proverbs, I have created a MST300 health proverb with HTTP protocol and port 80. As you can see, the configuration inside with the interval seconds 15. And for the load balancing rules, I created MST300 HTTP rule. As you can see, it is connected with my backend full that I have created, and the help proverb with port 80, and the idle timeout is 15 minutes. And for the next part, I show you uh, I'll demonstrate the client VM's browser launching the load balancer. Here we go. Again in my client VM. Here I'm using here I'm using the IP address of my load balancer that I have showed you earlier. It is 106.106.106.4. As you can see, it's showing the web page of the web server 1. And for the next part, I'll show you the force refresh of browsers switching between two different web pages that I've created in different web servers. Here we go. Yeah, you can see it has changed from my web server 1 to my web server 2 VM. And for the next part, I'll show you the different web pages that I've created and modified again in my web servers. Here we go. In my Azure portal, in my web server VM1, I'll connect to it. Bastion. Here in my show the web page that have changed. You can see the color is yellow, and the name has been changed to my student ID. And you can see that the title body is the web page is hosted on web server VM1. I show you what I have done. Good. As you can see in the notepad, I've set the Windows server title to my student ID, and I have configured the background color to the yellow. And for the body title, I have changed it to the web page is hosted on web server VM1, and for the second web server VM2. Again, we are connecting using Bastion to connect to it. Here I am connected to my web server VM2, and I'm using my VM's IP to get the web page. You can see the web page of my web server 2 VM, and I'll show you what I have done. The configuration in my web server 2, I have changed the title to my student ID, as you can see, and the color you can see it is green, uh, and the title bold title is this page is hosted on web server VM2, as you can see. And for that's it for this part, and for the next part, mm, uh, I will demonstrate that my client VM resides in different VNet with my web servers also. They are also in different VNet. Here we go again in our virtual machine. In my client VM, you can see it is connected to MST300 VNet 2, and for my web space web servers, the web server 1 is connected to a different VNet 1, MST300 VNet 1 with its own subnet, and web server 2 is also connected to MST300 VNet 1 with the same subnet. And for the next part, I will show you the successful access of the website from my client VM that I have created in my web server. As you can see, that I have shown you before. This is my web pages in different web servers, and in my client VM I'll show you the same. So here I have tried it before, but again, so I'll show you. I'm using my IP of my different web servers to show you uh, how I can access to these two different web pages. Here you can see both the web pages uh, from my client VM. And for the next part, I'll show you the same web pages but using the FQDN in my client VM. Again, here is my FQDN that I have created before with my as you can see, this is the web page of my web server 1. Again, let's refresh it. Now it's changed to my web server 2, and this is my website using the FQDN. And for that I have configured yeah, I've configured a private DNS zone, and you can see this is my private DNS, divondari4.mst300.com, and the record set that I have created for this is www, and this is the IP address of my front end that I have created before. And I guess that's it for my part, and that's it for my project. Thank you.